So, you want to live forever? Of course you do. Who wouldn't want to spend an eternity dealing with rising rent prices, social media drama, and the ever-evolving complexity of ordering coffee? Well, lucky for you, I've cracked the code. Forget science, forget medicine, and definitely forget whatever that suspiciously enthusiastic fitness influencer is selling. The secret to eternal life is simple. Just stop aging. Easy, right? If turtles can live over 150 years, and some jellyfish can literally reverse their aging process, why should you, an apex predator armed with Wi-Fi and sarcasm, accept anything less? Step 1. Denial is your best friend. The first and most important rule of never aging is to simply refuse to acknowledge that time exists. Think about it. If you never admit you're getting older, are you really? Stop celebrating birthdays. In fact, stop acknowledging the passage of time altogether. No clocks. No calendars. If someone asks how old you are, just stare at them blankly until they feel uncomfortable and change the subject. Step 2. Moisturize like your life depends on it, because it does. You think skincare is just for influencers trying to sell you a $200 jar of age-defying night cream made from unicorn tears? Think again. If you want to stop aging, you need to treat your skin like a fragile artifact from an ancient civilization. Hydrate like you've been lost in the desert for 3 days. Wear sunscreen even if you're indoors, because let's be honest, your phone screen probably emits something that will age you prematurely. And while we're at it, let's talk about Botox. Some say it's unnatural. Some say it's vain. I say, have you seen those people who swear off Botox? Exactly. If ancient Egyptian pharaohs could mummify themselves to preserve their looks for eternity, then why shouldn't you? Step 3. Master the art of selective eating. The key to eternal youth is consuming only the purest, most organic, ethically sourced, gluten-free, dairy-free, fun-free foods available. If your diet doesn't make you deeply unhappy, you're doing it wrong. Processed foods? Absolutely not. Sugars? Don't even think about it. Anything that has ever tasted remotely delicious? Poison. Instead, stick to raw vegetables, unseasoned chicken breast, and whatever green sludge that one guy at Whole Foods swears by. If it tastes like cardboard and sadness, congratulations, you're on the right track. Step 4. Sleep like an overpaid house cat. Ever notice how babies look fresh and glowy all the time? It's because they sleep for like 20 hours a day. Coincidence? I think not. The problem is you've been treating sleep like it's optional. Wrong. Sleep is your #1 weapon against aging. If you're not logging a solid 12 hours a night and taking at least 3 naps during the day, you might as well start planning your retirement party now. And if you can't sleep, just do what billionaires do: install blackout curtains, take melatonin, practice transcendental meditation, and if all else fails, hire a team of scientists to figure out for you. Step 5. Avoid stress at all costs, even if it means abandoning your responsibilities. You know what ages people faster than anything? Stress. That's why presidents go into office looking like Hollywood actors and come out looking like haunted house decorations. If you want to live forever, you need to eliminate stress from your life entirely. Bills? Ignore them. Emails? Mark as unread. Deadlines? A social construct. People always say, you can't just run away from your problems. False. You absolutely can. And if your problems are causing stress, you must. The key is to become so unbothered that even a looming apocalypse wouldn't be enough to crease your eternally smooth forehead. Step 6. Surround yourself with youthful energy. The company you keep matters. You ever notice how people who spend all their time with elderly folks start moving slower and complaining about back pain? That's contagious. Surround yourself with younger people. Hang out with 20-year-olds who still think they're invincible. Borrow their slang, pretend to understand their memes, and absorb their vitality like some sort of youth vampire. And if that doesn't work, consider only dating people significantly younger than you. Not because it's ethical, but because if everyone around you looks older by comparison, you'll always look young. It's science. Step 7. Become a legend. Let's be real, actual immortality might be a little ambitious. But you know what's basically the same thing? Leaving behind a legacy so ridiculous that people talk about you forever. If you can't live forever, make sure your name does. Write a controversial book. Start a cult. Fake your own disappearance. Or, if that sounds like too much effort, just do something so bizarre that the internet never forgets you. Dress like a medieval knight in public for 20 years. Only communicate through interpretive dance. The weirder, the better. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't live forever, at least your Wikipedia page will. Final thoughts. Living forever isn't about science or medicine. It's about mindset. It's about confidence. It's about gaslighting reality into believing that aging simply doesn't apply to you. Will any of these tips actually stop time? Who cares? The important thing is that you'll look good trying. And if all else fails, there's always the option of freezing yourself like Walt Disney and hoping that future generations figure it out. So go forth, define nature, and remember, if you don't acknowledge aging, it doesn't exist. That's just common sense. Go figure.